In our last episode, we explored San Juanico before we got chased out by a bit of weather. This time around, we make it to the hottest place in the entire Sea of Cortez, Bahia Concepcion, and we barely make it out alive. Well, we just left San Juanico. We just had a bit of surprise, well, I shouldn't say surprise weather, nothing's ever reliable, but 25 knots or so breeze and a bit of swell.
Going to the next anchorage. This one's not very protected.
Got a little rocked. Actually kind of had a rough night last night. So, off we go. Got bad news. Actually, really bad news. Our coffee pot broke this morning. This little bit of swell that came in, the coffee pot went flying. Now we're screwed. We have no coffee pot. I don't know where the next town is, where we could pick one up, but I know it's not close. It's gonna be a grouchy boat for the next few days. Especially Brenda.
Especially you.
Actually, I take all that back. I'm the one who gets mean and grouchy. I gotta have my coffee. Still fishing, no fish. Zero fish. Brenda's been lazy.
It's depressing. It's either too cold here or it's fished out.
Yep, the water's still pretty cold. All the fishermen are saying no fish until it warms up. Should be warm by now, but water's too cold, no fish. So we got about 20 knots breeze. Moving along pretty good, about 6 knots-ish with just the head sail out. But it's pretty lumpy. It's the sort of strange thing about the Sea of Cortez. There's enough fetch for some steep waves to build, but not enough distance for those waves to smooth out. So, yeah, anytime there's any breeze, it's kind of a lumpy, bumpy ride. With a good stiff breeze, we had our sights set on Bahia San Nicolas, where we'd make a pit stop for the night and then continue farther north the following morning. Okay, we made it. Bahia San Nicolas. The wind's ripping. I got about 25 knots, gusting higher. Be a loud, bumpy night.
Good morning. Instant coffee on the emergency reserves. A broken coffee pot. Pretty bouncy night. Got about 40 miles to go today, so it's going to be a long one. Getting up early. Last night a pelican ran into the boat. 3 in the morning, pelican ran into the boat. Ridiculous. Sounded like we got hit by a car. After that, it's not very easy to sleep.
And with that, we were out of there. Not too long after we left Bahia San Nicolas, the light breeze that was forecast filled in, and we were sailing. And luckily for us, after a couple hours of light wind bobbing along, the breeze really picked up, and then we were flying. Made it to Bahia Concepcion. Had a fast trip up, which was great. I actually got here about 4 hours faster than we thought we would. It's a racing boat. Since our racing boat got us there with daylight to spare, we were off to check out the beach. Bahia Concepcion. It's beautiful, but this is the warmest water I've ever felt. It's like a bathtub. It's about 100 degrees out, so it's not all that refreshing. Just kind of a bummer. But we're going in anyways. After soaking in some bathtub warm water, we spent a quick night anchored at the mouth of Bahia Concepcion, and then the following morning moved farther south for a more protected anchorage. We're moving south to Bahia Coyote. Just about 5 miles. So a pretty quick, easy little sail. Sail off the anchor because it's super hot. No motoring today. Try to keep any heat out of the boat. Motored for a couple hours yesterday. Just couldn't get rid of the heat. It's about 100 degrees in there all night. 100 in there. Cooking hot. It's not very often we get a sail upwind in a good stiff breeze without any swell. But in Bahia Concepcion, it happened. And I have to admit, it was pretty nice. Well, we made it to Bahia Coyote. It's cooking hot. It's supposed to be 117 today. 117. Holy crap. So, put up the shade first, went for a swim second, and now I think we're gonna get some lunch. Really, you can't see this in the camera, but way over there on shore, it looks like a restaurant with tacos. So of course, we had to go to shore and try them out. Okay, restaurant back there, not so good, but we met some nice folks. Got some ice cream and checking this place out. People got the right idea, hanging out in the shade in the water. Pretty cool. We spent the rest of the day in the water, just trying to keep cool, and then the next morning made a short hop south and anchored in Playa del Burro. Good morning. Good news and bad news. A few days ago, we lost our coffee pot with a big wave. It took a leap of faith, didn't last. So we broke a coffee pot. This is the last of our instant coffee. That's the bad news. Good news is our friends on Ripple, they're going to show up today. They've been a few days behind us, but they've got a spare coffee pot. So they said we can use it. If it doesn't show up, one of us will die. But we're in Bahia Concepcion at an anchorage called Playa el Burro. It's a beautiful spot. We've heard that Bahia Concepcion is one of the most beautiful places to cruise in all of the Sea of Cortez. It's pretty nice. Been to a few anchorages now, and yeah, they're pretty nice. But we've also heard this is the hottest spot in all of the sea. And that's true. It is cooking. It was about 117 yesterday. It dropped down to maybe 100 last night. And the water, it's beautiful and looks like it would be pretty inviting. But the water temp's in the 90s. It's not very refreshing. So, as much as I'd like to see all the places here in this Bahia Concepcion, it ain't gonna happen. I'm not gonna survive. So we'll probably spend another night here, maybe 2, and then move on to cooler waters farther north out to sea. But the other thing, if you're watching these videos and you're going to sail to Mexico, I've got 3 words of advice. Shade, get some. The other one is fans. We've got lots of fans in the boat. Get lots of fans. And one of these. Little spray bottle. This guy normally lives in the fridge, so it's nice cold water. Spray yourself down, sit by a fan, in the shade. It's the only way to survive. And if you ask Brenda, number 4 would be to get a floaty. That thing's pretty nice in the water. Alright, going for a swim. Actually, gonna finish my coffee, then we're going for a swim. Later that evening, we decided to roam around on shore, and that's where we found this little gem of a place. We grabbed ourselves a table and then quickly made friends.
Tell me your philosophy on life.
I say, don't confuse my personality with my attitude. My personality is who I am, and my attitude is who you are.
When I asked where a guy could find some air conditioning, that's when the ice water came in from behind. Don't worry, Brenda got one too.
Ice bucket challenge.
Luckily for us, Ripple showed up the next morning with a coffee pot.
Okay, we're off to see some petroglyphs. We were actually going to hike up that ridge back there, but it's way too hot. Not going to happen. So we're going to find the petroglyphs. And that'll be that. Then we're out of this place.
Amazingly, these 2,000-year-old petroglyphs we were searching for, well, they were right across the highway.
Oh, there's the petroglyphs right there. We found them. We didn't have to go very far. Petroglyphs. Pretty cool. Pretty sure that's a turtle. It's on the other rock up there is the same kind of.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty awesome.
And that's about it for this episode. We'll see you next time.